ECW, was that just like another gig at the time? I mean, or did you really see anything special at the time, or was it just maybe another UWF at the time? You thought maybe.
I was basically retired by then. I was a longshoreman. I think you call them wharfies
Yeah,
in New Zealand.
yeah.
I don't know if England's the same thing. In New Zealand, I become a
Dockers.
longshoreman.
We'd call them dockers.
Dockers, yeah. I was a longshoreman, and I ended up a clerk down there, but I was a labor regular gang member for a good 10 years, 10 or 12 years. I was on the docks for 25 years after, and I'm still doing some wrestling gigs. Went to Japan, went to Australia, went on a couple of tours, but it was basically, just wrestling here and there. So that's how I got ACW. Bob Artis was announcer. He runs a ice rink up in Philadelphia. He was announcing for Todd Gordon, and he said, "Well, he told Todd, I think I can get Muraco in." So great. Well, they used me. I took the strap off of somebody and passed it to somebody else. Pretty much the same with Calgary. I went up there and Makin Singh had the belt, and I took the belt off of him and then dropped it to Davy Boy a couple weeks later. Dropped it, went back home to Jersey for a month, then came back and another round, dropped the belt to Davy. So they wanted the belt on Davy. So that was just a passing.
So no, you weren't looking at ECW and thinking
No,
this is the next big territory.
No, once you've been involved, once you come from the WWF, you know pretty much everything else is just make believe. Everybody else is just they're talking. The other guys. There was a guy on Making Wave show, and he's supposedly starting a wrestling federation. And I asked him, I'd like to hear what they're talking about, but you got to be ready to throw $10-20 million just at a loss for 6 months to a year. You just got to look at money, losing money till you get yourself established in your TV shows and everything else, and then maybe you can do business. There's a big maybe when you go, because the WWF with their TV and their distribution and everything else is just so strong and so tight. It's got everybody tied up so well.
Yeah, I suppose with when you were there in 92, 93, ECW, they were still in the bars and they were still doing like bar wrestling and stuff, weren't they?
Yeah, bars and that building that they converted in Philadelphia, that building that they became famous, the New Jack and all the crazy stuff they used to do.